the series or the summation, it is really much more trouble than it's worth to do it otherwise. So you do need to know your formulas. Remember, you have a formula sheet on the graphing calculator. So we're going to talk about two formulas today. The first one has to do with if we want to find s to the n of a geometric series. Geometric series, remember, has a common ratio. So the formula is u1 times r to the nth power minus 1. Okay, notice it's not n minus 1, it's r to the nth minus 1 over r minus 1. So if I have an example here, 2, 6, 18, 54, and I want to find out what the 12th term is. So I want to find S12. Okay? So to do this, I'm going to go U1, which is 2, times, okay, my common ratio, you notice 6 divided by 2, or 18 divided by 6 is 3. So it's 3 to the 12th minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1. Now, I did not do this ahead of time, so I do need to do this on the graphing calculator right now. So I'm going to go 2 times 3 to the 12th minus 1 divided by 2. That's going to give me S12 equals 5, 3, 1, 4, 4, 0. This should be fairly simple. Use your formula again. I will let you have a formula sheet on the test, so you don't need to memorize it. Second one I want to talk about is infinite series. So if you have a series that wants you to find the infinite value, okay? There's a couple things you have to know. First of all, it will only work when your R value or your common ratio is, the absolute value of that is less than 1, okay? That means that it is convergent, all right? The word convergent means that it has an end, okay? We can add all these numbers together and we will get an end value even if we have infinity. If the absolute value of R is greater than 1, it's considered divergent, which means that the number will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger the closer we get to infinity. So there is no end if the number is greater than, if the absolute value of R is greater than 1. Now on your homework tonight, I do have some infinite values for you, but they all are less than 1, so you don't have to worry about that in itself. So there is a formula that we use. Keep in mind that the absolute value of R must be less than 1. So the formula is S infinite equals U1 divided by 1 minus R. So if I have this series, if I have 9, negative 3, 1, negative 1/3, okay, you'll notice that I'm multiplying by a negative 1/3. 9 times negative 1/3 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 1/3 is positive 1. Okay, now some people would want to say we're dividing by 3. That's the same thing as multiplying by negative 3. You have to think in terms of multiplication. So my formula is S infinite equals U1, which is 9, divided by 1 minus negative 1/3. So again, I put that into a calculator, and it is 9 divided by plus 1/3, which is 4/3. That doesn't seem right. So it's maybe. Let me double check my answer really quick. If it's wrong, I'll start the video over. I don't have an answer. That is the formula. I'm just trying to write it down. So the answer is 6.75. So it is an infinite series, but if you were to add all those terms together through the very smallest that you could, you would end up with 6.75. So that's the end. Worksheet is posted on Edmodo.